Welcome to this first Google Sheets function for growth teams, in which we're going to cover the most common used functions within Google Sheets if you're working in a growth team, product team, or marketing team. So this video, we're going to look into the import range function to link data from different workbooks or tabs together. So you should have access to this practice data set. If not, you can find this in the link attached to this video, and then you can simply make a copy of this file to be able to edit the file. So for this video, I have created a second sheet, and you can create this one for yourself as well, in which I've added some fake customer data. And what I would like to do is insert this data from the other tab into this empty tab. And we're going to do that with the import range function. So if you're not familiar with the import range function, you can use the Google Sheet formulas for growth teams. And if you then search for import range, so you can simply hit Command F and search for import range, you'll see how to use this function. So it's a matter of linking to a particular file using the URL and then identifying the sheet name. So in this case, it's sheet 1 and the range. And if that's not clear, I've linked to a more info with practice examples. So to show you how this works in practice, if we type in here import range and then copy paste between quotations the URL from the other tab, paste that in, comma. So then we need the sheet tab name, which is sheet 1 with a capital, so sheet 1. Then we do an exclamation mark to determine the range within that particular sheet tab. So in this case, we want to have the full range of column A and B. So we do A colon B and then close off with a quotation mark and then see what happens. So it will load and then it gives us a referencing error. So if we hover over that, it sees you need to connect these sheets. So we need to get access to actually view that other sheet. So allow access. In this case, I'm the owner of both sheets, and then it automatically imports the data from the other tab. So if I, for instance, change something here, so if this data is like automatically generated from a CRM, and let's say we change this from name to test name, this should then automatically also change in the other tab. You see, it changed after like a second. So that's pretty cool. You can use the same thing within Sheets. So if I, for instance, create a new tab, and I want to say import range, and then I use the URL from the same sheet, comma, the customers tab, colon, and then column A and B. Let's see if that works. So that gives again a referencing error. You need to connect these sheets. Okay. So that's an interesting one, to connect the same sheet with the same tab, but apparently that's how Google wants it. So it's now adding certain permissions. That seems to load a bit. It goes all in the background. Sometimes you might not actually have the permission to do it. So then you will have to change the sharing access. So in this case, anyone in this group can edit it. So anyone with a Zebra Farm email address can edit this particular file. But if this was just to the owner of the file, for instance, then I would have needed to ask the owner to say, can you give me edit access or view access so that I can actually import that data. So that's how this function works. It's ideal to combine sheets or tabs that have live data that automatically updates every minute or every day, so that you don't have to copy paste that data around all the time, but you can link to that live data. So this should be very handy for instance, CRMs such as this file. So try to make the most of it. If you have any questions, let me know, and otherwise I'll see you in the next video.